Hello, my name is Vova. Today we are learning about ABK. Now we are gonna learn about lesson 1. We are learning about phonics and language. First, we'll learn about this called E, and it says eh. Now let's say this word. I have a new word to learn with this letter E. E says as an elephant. E says eh. This called is elephant and is called letter E. Elephant, the beginning of the word elephant has the letter E. Now we're gonna say the other one, but now it's different. E says as an elephant. Short E says eh. Now let's begin with it. E says as an elephant. Short E says eh. Now it will be the other one. So this one is a new one. Here. Elephant. So it means elephant. Now we're gonna say it again. E, elephant, eh. It means E, elephant, eh. It's a new one. But now we're gonna say another one. E says as an elephant. Short E says eh. Now we know all of this. Now I have some vowels that you would know. You have to find for me the vowels. And now these are the vowels and consonants. Let's start with this. This is So we will never use it. This is t. We also don't use it. It's a consonant. And this is this. And this smile. And it has a put on the smile. It means short sound. Now it is a vowels. This means a. That's the one that we are learning here. So it will be in the vowels. This one is also a vowel here. R. Yeah, it's a vowel. And now this here. Ah. That's the one that we're talking. It's ah. And it also has a vowel. Now it's you. It also is the vowel. Next. It's not a vowel because it doesn't have a short sound. It means it's not the short sound. This one, it means large sound. This is called the large sound. Next, C. This is not a vowel. It's a consonant. And it has the big sound. Now we're gonna learn to this. This is O. We didn't learn it. In some few lessons we're gonna learn it. This is not a vowel. This one is is not a vowel because it's got a big sound. It's not a short sound. It's a big sound. This is called It's also not a short sound. It's a big sound. This one is letter S. And now we're gonna say it also is not. But if this, now this hear me. So now we're gonna talk about it. This has a big sound. Means it's not a consonant, a vowel. It's not. And this is actually usually it also doesn't have a sound. But it's really not a sound. But it has that. Means big sound. Now we're gonna learn to the other one. It's the right one that we're talking about. Now prepare for phonics. We're gonna learn from all of these pages in my book, Letters and Sounds. And now we're gonna start the first one. It has the first one has a poem. This poem is called Morning at the Zoo. Hear me say it. Morning at the zoo. Before they open up the gates to let the people in, do you suppose the animals must dress up in their skins? And if the zebra zipper stuck and penguin lost his vest, do you suppose the zoo would close till everyone was dressed? Now we're gonna read it again. Everybody stand up, and let's read. Morning at the zoo. Before they open up the gates to let the people in, do you suppose the animals must dress up in their skins? And if zebra's zipper stuck and penguin lost his vest, do you suppose the zoo will close till everyone was dressed? Now we're gonna do something. Now down here we're gonna do it. Fill in the bubble under each picture that begins with A. Now hear me read this. Egg. Now egg begins with the letter E. So fill in the bubble. Next, insect. Okay, now let's know it. Insect doesn't begins with the letter E. So now we're gonna learn it next. Now, next is all. Now it's supposed like a no. Now I'll tell it. Elbow. We'll get 5 minutes for our learning to read. Okay, now let's know it. Elbow. It begins with the letter E. Fill in the bubble. Next. Octopus. We know it. Now, octopus, it doesn't begin with the letter E. Next, elephant. Elephant. Okay, now we're gonna say elephant. Here, elephant. It just begins with the letter E. So, next, fill in the bubble. Elevator. Okay, elevator just begins with the letter E. So, fill in the bubble. Next. Apple. Guys, take your time. Okay, now finish 1 minute. Apple doesn't start with the letter E. So we're gonna go to the last one. Next, we're gonna say Eskimo. Okay, take your time. Already. Now, Eskimo doesn't begin, but it just begins with the letter E. So let's read the letter E together now. E says A as an elephant. Short E says A. Okay, now we're going to learn the language. Now we're talking something. Language. The elephant, also unknown. The elephant walks like this and like that. He's very tall and he's very fat. He has no fingers, but he does have toes. And goodness gracious, what a nose! The elephant, also unknown. Now we're gonna say this poem again, but first we're gonna say about the poem, but now we're gonna do some rhythms. Here, this rhythm. I'll read it. The elephant, also unknown. The elephant walks like this and like that. He's very tall and he's very fat. He has no fingers, but he does have toes. And goodness gracious, what a nose! The elephant, also unknown. Now let's do it again. The elephant, also unknown. The elephant walks like this and like that. He's very tall and he's very fat. He has no fingers, but he does have toes. And goodness gracious, what a nose! The elephant, also unknown. Now, prepare for language. Today is the first time we're gonna learn. Okay, now we're gonna do the right one. Now we're gonna say the poem. The poem is called, I'll read the poem. I am in first grade this year and I am learning fast. I'll write a story and read it myself before this year is past. Now, we read it ready. Now let's color. Okay, take your coloring out. Okay, color the capital is green. Color the short is blue for the elephant in the wax. Now if you finish all of yours, we're gonna do something more. Now we are talking about rhythm. And now rhythm will make the moving of us. So I'm gonna do some some moving, okay? Some rhythm. Now you do it. Okay, now it's a harder one. Here. Now let's do it. Now